coach in college basketball at a young 76.
Well, I don't think he calls it old. I think he calls it experienced. He's the most experienced coach in college basketball right now. But college basketball lost a legend in Cliff Ellis.
Sure did.
He coached against myself a couple times. He won a couple of Big South titles for Coastal Carolina before they came over to the Sun Belt. So great coach. Coastal Carolina is going to miss him.
The second straight game out that we've had a contest featuring Marshall as Jacob Meyer picks up where he left off there in Harrisonburg, where we've had an interim head coach. We had it the other night, and Jeff Jones out at ODU, and here this afternoon with Coastal Carolina. Kevon Boyles off the 23-point performance. So the two guys that led Coastal and Marshall respectively in the last two games, they get it going here for their teams on this late Saturday afternoon showdown.
And it's only right. We just mentioned, you know, both these teams played just Thursday, so these guys left the gym Thursday feeling pretty good, and obviously, you know, neither's cooled off with the one-day break in between.
Coastal empty its second time around. Jacob Connor. Back-to-back threes for Marshall. That's the 27th three-pointer of the season for Connor.
And that's a good sign for Marshall. They got it down quick. They pushed it. The last few games they played very well offensively. They've got the tempo back where they want it. They play more through their bigs than through all pick and rolls now. But they're moving the ball. They're getting good looks, and that's a good sign for them on the offensive end.
Coastal looking to go down low. Turnaround shot won't go there for Ojiako. John Ojiako, native of Nigeria. Cam Kirkman, I think this place would have exploded had Kirkman knocked down a third straight three.
And that's the guy that Marshall has to get going. He's 3 for 15 from three last game. A lot of those were wide open looks. He's a really good shooter. He's 10th all time in the NCAA in three-point makes. So you know he can knock it down. That's somebody they just got to see one go, and then hopefully he can get a few to go if you're a Marshall fan.
Kevon Boyles finding Nate Martin right down the middle of the lane. Martin, the reigning Sun Belt Conference Player of the Week, at 23 here last Saturday, career high against Southern Miss.
And he might be the two-time reigning Sun Belt Player of the Year because he did nothing.
He's got head coaching experience with Cliff Ellis for a long time. And been taking over the program there in Conway, not far from Myrtle Beach, where Dan D'Antoni launched his wonderful coaching career, 30 years as the head coach at Socastee High School, and slamming it through is Ojiako.
It'll be interesting to see how Marshall matches their four-man. And McVire is 6'11" himself. The three-man 6'6", so they've got a lot of size on the floor. And they've got, you know, they just haven't, again, like Old Dominion, they just haven't put it together so far in the Sun Belt. But these two teams between Thursday and Saturday aren't the worst two teams in the Sun Belt from a talent perspective.
Boyles has 5. Ojiako on the move here and maneuvers and taps it in. Ojiako coming in, averaging 12 points, 5 a game. In 6 game. Nate Martin on the move. Dishes to Boyles, and Boyles connects.
And that's what Nate Martin's going to have to do this game. He's playing against guys that are a little bit bigger than him this game. Like I mentioned earlier, Coastal Carolina has much more size. So he's going to have to get it on the perimeter, try to make dribble moves, or throw it and follow it into a screen and try to get Ojiako.
Student. Played at Virginia Tech and George Mason. 3 seasons at Virginia Tech. George Mason last year. Out front with it is Jacob Meyer, and this guy can hit him from all areas, and up and in with the miss is Kevin Easley. Easley, the senior from Indianapolis. He's played at Duquesne, TCU, and Chattanooga. He was the Southern Conference Freshman of the Year while playing at Chattanooga. Boyles, red hot.
On offense, Marshall just needs to keep doing what they're doing. You know, if Kevon's going to shoot the way that he's shooting right now, you just keep letting him shoot. But on defense, you got to make an adjustment. Coastal Carolina's got 4 buckets in the paint. got to try to force these guys to shoot from the perimeter. They're doing it a little bit different than Old Dominion. You know, it's the same sort of moral of the story as Old Dominion scored inside. Here, Coastal's already pounding inside. You got to force these guys to take tough shots from the perimeter just like you did there.
That was Easley, whose shot came up short. Here is Obina and a Chili Killen flying toward the hoop.
It's early here in the Henderson Center.
Obina and a Chili Killen was fouled as we head to the break. Free throw shooter, young man who played his high school basketball in the mountain state of West Virginia, Chapmanville Regional, led Brad Napper's Tigers to a state championship, and he's been a fixture here in this Dan D'Antoni program for quite a while. Kyla Blackman, performance this time a Marshall player, recorded triple-double. Your younger brother, John.
No, he had a heck of a game. It was too bad, you know, he couldn't have got that in a win. You know, I'm sure if you asked Nate, he much rather would have won that game than recorded a triple-double, but he put in a heck.
Kentucky played at Holy Cross. What a high school career he had there at Holy Cross. We'll get into that as we move along here. Right now, Marshall working with this 10-point lead. Jacob Connor goes to Anna Chili Killen.
And that was a great play setup. They had Cam Kerfin on the weak side, so when they ran the pick and roll, he raised up so to take away all the help defense, because you don't want to leave a shooter of his caliber wide open. And as a result, Jacob Connor was able to lob it up and Obina dunk it home.
Not sure up, but I think they were throwing it over here to the two of them a few times. Part of this program, Anna Chili Killen negotiates, step back, and knocks it through.
And I'm just so impressed with Obina. You know, when he first got here, one, he probably couldn't have made the dribble move to get that shot, but two, he definitely wasn't going to make that shot. He was more of a rebounder, shot blocker, and roll man, but now he's a complete offensive player, and he's a guy that Marshall can go to get a bucket if the offense starts to get bogged down.
Easley gets it down to Ojiako, and Ojiako has 6 points for Coastal. Ryan Christian, Hunter Allen, Chris Chumley are the officials in the game, and there is Anna Chili Killen with 8 already. Boyles has 11.
And those were the two that carried the load last game on the offensive end for Marshall. So it's good to see them, you know, keeping them going. You need to get a little bit more out of Nate here. The last few possessions, although the offense has been working, you've went away from him. And as he showed last game, run the offense through Nate. He's a good decision maker. He'll help guys get wide open shots.
Ojiako has 8 in the game and speeding down the floor. Here goes Jacob Meyer. He has 4 in the game. Coming off that career high 20, just a freshman. He was the Mr. Kentucky runner-up for Player of the Year, and that's quite an honor in a state so rich in high school basketball like Kentucky.
No, he's a very good player. He had a big game last game against James Madison, so if you can score 20 against a team like James Madison, you have a little bit of talent and you have a little something to your game. And he sort of came in here to the Henderson Center with a point to prove, playing a little bit close to home. And he's looking to have a big game, and he's on the path to do just that.
Speaking of having a big game, is Boyles already at 13. Marshall slapping it out there into the hands of Connor. Kerpin's 3 off the mark, and Nate Martin runs it down. Kerpin will try it again.
And we were talking about Boyles. It seems like a couple of games ago the light went off. He had 0 at the first half against, I believe it was Georgia State. Then he had 13 the second half. You mentioned he had 23 last game. Coach D'Antoni's mentioned it. These guys this is a lot of their first year in the system for some of the transfers like Nate Martin and Kevon Boyles. And sometimes it takes just a little bit of time to get adjusted and to sort of figure out your role. And it seems the last 3 games, Kevon's really figured out, hey, this is
good coach himself.
And that's quite a luxury to have, you know, on your bench, another coach that has served as a head coach at the Division I level. You know, Cliff Ellis stepped away, and instead of having somebody, you know, stepping in that's never done it before, Coastal Carolina was able to turn to Benny Moss, somebody who's led a program on his own before, and, you know, he's helped them develop a little bit more as the seasons went on. As of late, they've been playing better basketball, and I attribute that to, you know, just all his coaching.
Miroslav Stoffel with the bucket there. Turnaround. Young man from the Czech Republic has played at Hartford and Central Michigan. 6-16, and here's Meyer trying to trim it down to single digits. From the corner, Ryan Nutter's into the game, as is Wyatt Fricks.
And that was a good job by Ryan Nutter. He didn't make the shot.
Foul was on Jacob Meyer. 3 fouls on Coastal, 3 on Marshall. Tough miss there for Fricks on the second. Now Stoffel trying to score. Braden McVicker is into the game. He wears number 3 for Coastal. He's 6'11". He's got some size, no doubt. Here is Nutter underneath.
And that play was made by Nate Martin. You know, Marshall fans are not used to seeing Marshall throw that ball into the post and let guys work. You know, they're used to ball movement, pick and roll, everybody, you know, sort of flying around. The last few games, they slowed it down. They threw it into Nate, and that's why he caught the ball in the post, took a couple dribbles, found Ryan Nutter in the opposite corner. Ryan passed up the shot, was able to drive in and get a layup, but that was all created by Nate Martin, you know, sort of collapsing the defense just by being a post threat.
Boyles couldn't get his shot to go down, and Henry Abraham, who's checked in, darts to the hoop and sends it out, and they'll work it around here. John Sanders in the game, so Coach Moss has put in some new players. And Sanders, who hails from Detroit, played at East Los Angeles College, averaging just about 8 a game, and he has his first bucket.
He's more likely than not going to be able to get by the other team's centers. So that's where they start the offense, let him create a little bit of advantage, and then get the offense flowing from there.
Ojiako is back in the game. Stoffel checks out. Marco Sharenitz with a beautiful pass there, but taken away by the Shants. Here's Blackman in trouble and taken away by Anachili Killen. And then Coastal swipes it right back. Abraham get the shot to go down. Thought McVicker might have a stick back, and no, Abraham stripping Boyles of the basketball. And finally, McVicker. That was a sequence nobody won the basketball on.
No, and Marshall needs to be careful with this lineup, because this lineup is, to put it nicely, pretty offensively challenged. You don't really have a true point guard out there, especially with Nate Martin going to the bench. So that's something to watch with this lineup, is you don't want to start to let Coastal cut into this lead. And sort of as I mentioned that, there comes Nate Martin checking back in the game. So Coach Dan saw the 2 turnovers on 2 possessions, realized, hey, we got to get our guy who we run the offense through back in. He's going to get this media timeout to rest before he checks back in. So it was a nice job by Coach Dan getting him a few minutes just to sit there and catch his breath.
So Anachili Killen hit a 3. He's looking for another. That one won't drop. Blackman snags the rebound. Blackman had 14 off the bench against JMU. Nutter to Fricks, and Fricks lays it in.
And Coastal looks worn out here early, you know, in this game. I don't know whether it's the travel schedule from coming from James Madison the other day, just this road trip sort of worn them out, but they look tired and they're not really communicating, and they look sort of dejected here early on in the Henderson Center.
Ojiako hits the deck.
I mean, you know, that was a deflating loss, but he got them in here yesterday. They got back to work. They had a good practice, and he coached them up, and he seems to have them ready for this afternoon.
Ojiako at the line, and the first could not nail the second. Ojiako shoots A little bit under 60% at the free throw line. 34-22. Marshall with the ball, and Fricks with a three.
And you'll notice, Mark, that whole play was sort of set up by hitting Nate Martin at the high post, or sort of right off the high post, and he made that decision and he kicked it to the corner, and he found Fricks for three. He's already got 3 or 4 assists early, so he's got a taste of a triple-double last game and says he wants another one.
You saw Jacob Meyer score there. Meyer scored 40 or more points in his high school career 30 times.
That's impressive. He was one of the Kentucky's all-time leading scorers. He's an impressive young player. He's crafty. He's not overly quick, but he seems to get to the spots he wants to go. And he's going to have a great college career if he keeps on the trajectory that he's currently on.
Nice little snag there by Marco Sharenitz, and then looks for a three and got it. How about that? Made a great defensive play, and then he gets it on the other end and turns it into a three-pointer.
And that was big for Marco. He had just missed his first one. Over the last 4 games, he had missed 8 threes in a row, his last 8 before that one. And he's not a bad shooter. He's a good shooter if he gets his feet set. So that's sometimes all it takes is he's getting a little more playing time lately.
And certainly makes his presence felt there.
And it's tough, you know, he plays spot minutes here and there, and that's tough to come in off the bench cold and knock shots down. But now that he has, I expect that confidence just to grow a little bit. And the next time he gets one, I expect him to shoot it with confidence, and it's probably going to go in.
Teal and Black of Coastal going to work here, and Blackman could not get that shot as it spins out of there. Here comes Marshall. Nutter. Jake O'Connor with it now. Boyle straight away. Tapped around and into the hands of Nutter, and then going after Granja,
off the pick and roll, his man helped out the corner. They hit Ryan, and he was wide open for 3. He passed it up, and from that point on, the offense sort of bogged down. At this level of basketball, it's hard to get open looks. So if you start turning down open looks like he did there, you know, you might not find another one.
Foul was on Granja. His first. Now Coastal has the basketball back, and they work it down low, and Martin got a piece of it, and good effort there on the defensive end by Martin, working against Kevin Easley. Easley, 6'7" senior from Indianapolis. And a Chili Killen's shot is short, and Ojiako comes away with it. And here is Meyer.
Marshall has a 5-on-3 here, so look for him to get a good shot. And that's probably not the one you want on a 5-on-3 break, but that was good hustle by Albina to salvage the possession, get the ball back, and now draw 2 free throws. And something that would be big for Marshall, especially if they can, you know, push this lead out, is Cam Kerfman, who just missed that shot, is a guy they have to. His misses haven't been particularly close as of late, so that's one guy, you know, in the second half, if it's not quite close, you start drawing up a few plays for him, force feed him the ball, let him see a couple go in and see if you can't get him back on track, because when you go on the road, his offensive punch is something that Marshall's going to need if they want to win some of these road games.
Stoffel's back in the game. He has the basketball, and he hands it to Blackman. Here's Easley. Blackman penetrates, and Blackman will draw the contact.
They've come out, played with a ton of energy. They've got 41 points with 3.5 minutes to go in the half. They're on pace, you know, for a 50-point half, and try to push this out a little bit before we go to the break.
Oxford, Mississippi native Kylan Blackman hit the first of the 2 free throw attempts. 41-26 game. Coastal 2 of 4 at the line. Marshall 4 of 6. And Anna Chili Killen all alone.
And that was a great pass by Kevon Boyles there. He had been feeding the high post. That drug the center up just a little bit. He saw him cheating up to sort of guard Nate Martin and threw it over the top and got it into Obina for a wide open dunk.
Boyles has 3 assists in the game. A foul going to be called here at midcourt. Boyles hit with the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 6 on Marshall. Coastal with 16 fouls. Meyer twisting and turning, and the shot straight away off target there.
And Marshall's done a good job on the defensive end as of late. They've sort of built a wall around the basket. They've kept Coastal sort of more perimeter oriented, make them work it around. That time they forced them later into the shot clock, made them take a long distance shot. And that's the sort of defense Marshall needs to play, especially with the length and athleticism the team possesses. Keep teams out of the lane and just get a handle on shots from the perimeter, and you'll be a little bit better off than what they have been lately.
Granja gets it to Easley, and Coastal empty again. And a Chili Killen lifting it up, and it won't drop through. Then Meyer, Ryan Nutter with his first foul. So Coastal, no field goals in the last.
A little bit, just leaned in just a little too much. There you got to sort of give ground and take, give a little bit of ground and make sure that guy's coming into you. And
here today to a very good JMU team. 72-63 was the final in that one. What a great job Kim Caldwell has done in her first season as Marshall's head coach. Of course, Sean O'Regan, the head coach at JMU for the women's program, had them in the NCAA tournament a year ago. Boyles all alone and got it.
I don't think he's the guy you want to leave open right now if you're Coastal Carolina. But that play was made by Ryan Nutter. He came off the pick and roll with Nate Martin, got to the baseline, threw the hammer pass. Kevon was wide open, and he did what he's been doing the last couple of games, and that's knock down shots.
Meyer gets it into the hands of Granja, and Granja will drop it through there for his first basket of the game. He averages 4 a game.
And that was a good take by Granja. He got to his strong hand, went right, took the bump by Ryan Nutter, and was able to still finish with a nice soft shot.
Kevon Boyles weaving through all kinds of traffic.
And Kevon's a guy, as you saw by that last play, he's got a lot of individual talent. He has a little shake to his game. He can shoot, he can drive. He's a guy that if he's playing with the confidence he's played with the last couple of games, he can help Marshall compete with the upper echelon of the Sun Belt. And he can really be a difference maker for this team.
Meyer is open, and Meyer showing what he was all about during his days in the bluegrass state of Kentucky. It's his second 3 of the game. Coastal has 3 3-pointers. Marshall has 8, and Boyles trying to make it 9. Couldn't get that one to go down.
A little bit more efficient than they were there in the first half.
Kirkman will send it in, and now he has it back, and Marshall starts offensively here in this second half. Cam Kirkman, beautiful pass to Nate Martin.
And that's just an excellent play design to start the second half. Come out getting a pick and roll action. You want to get Nate going early because he only had 2 points in the first half. Cleared out the whole backside, hit him on the roll, and he's able to make a nice finish. So that was a great play by Coach Antonio at the halftime break.
Martin, a native of Houston, Texas. But he loves to hike, and that was one of the things that drew him here to West Virginia in this Marshall basketball program. Well, tapped around, and the Thundering Herd winding up with it. And here is Anna Chili Killen getting fouled on the way to the hoop.
And that maybe not getting 2 points from the line.
Ian Granja with the foul call on. Chili Killen now 4 of 5 at the free throw line, and Marshall leads it by 20 at 52-32. Third meeting all time here between Coastal and Marshall. Great to have you with us here on ESPN Plus with Sun Belt Conference action. Another takeaway, and Kerpen. Nice feed to Martin. Marshall has not trailed in the game. Started out with a 3-2 game. He's kept pulling away since, and Coastal try to fight back here, and it starts with Easley hitting the shot.
And that was a bucket Coastal really needed. Marshall came out of halftime, extended the lead up to 22. That was a good shot there by Easley, just to sort of stem the tide a little bit. You know, start to feel good, a little bit good about something if you're Coastal.
Kevin Easley had 26 starts at Duquesne. Meyer, the young man from Kentucky, that's his second. So Obina and Achille Killen goes back to the line.
That's 6 for 7 for the line for Obina today. Make it 7 for 8, and that's good to see because last game, you know, in that last 5 minutes when they fell apart, he stepped to the line and missed 2 free throws. I know he feels terrible about that, but he got in the gym yesterday. He worked on his free throw, and you can see it's paying off because now he's 7 for 8 and shooting the ball extremely well from the line.
Take away by the Herd, and then beautiful maneuvering to the basket by Voiles. Voiles now at 20 in the game. Driving through, well, I like this kid, Meyer.
And this year's going to be good for him. Although, you know, the team's not having the success that they'd like to have, he's being relied on to do a lot. You know, he's having to carry the load, and, you know, that's tough to do as a true freshman, but he's only going to grow from this experience and be that much better down the road because he's been, you know, sort of the leader of the team from an early age.
How about that pass to Obina? And Easley on the other end can't put it through. Tough miss for Coastal. Coastal averages 74.7 a game. Marshall 75.4. Voiles at 23. So that matches his high here at Marshall. He had 27 when he was at Maryland Eastern Shore. These guys get a workout.
Yeah, you could see it right there. He was looking like, man, please guard Keith Vaughn so I don't have to take off here again.
3-pointers, 8 now for the Thundering Herd in this game. And Voiles has 5 of those. Coastal has a couple. John Sanders will send it in. Sanders maneuvers, and Sanders gets it to go, and that is his second bucket of the game. John Sanders, 6 games in double figures this season, and Obina and Achille Killen
Sort of pivot around, scored, but that's where Marshall struggles with smaller guards, smaller opposing guards that are quick. Marshall's gonna have to find a way to sort of, you know, start right now this game, work away, sort of angle the smaller guards out. Don't let them get in the paint, because when they can keep the guards out of the paint, Marshall has a very good defense.
Blackman will back out and send it over to Sanders. And we have a whistle away from the basketball. Wyatt Bricks shot from 89 feet, 10 inches in a win over App State, 93-82.
I don't mean to correct you, Mark, but that's 39, because 29 years ago I was alive. So that's how fast time's flown and how old the Cam Henderson Center is sort of getting.
I'm glad you corrected me. I need correction sometimes.
Trust me, I can't do math very well myself. I just know I'm not quite that old.
I should have wrote it down. I just guessed. Well, that anniversary coming up next year, and the shot by Fricks, no good.
And you see the footprints are still down there on the court. You know, it was important to Marshall fans, despite this being a new court, that the footprints remain, and it's good to see that those were put back down on this court.
And that's on the Coastal Carolina end. You kind of get a glance at him there. He was just about out of bounds when he made that shot, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he put it in, but there's Cam Kerfen. He's had a couple of these. I call them hand grenades. He just sort of tosses them up the court. trying to force the pace. He did that at a crucial point last game against Old Dominion, and although it's not going to come to bite you in this game, it's a 23-point game. When he's got the ball, he's just got to be a better decision maker, especially when Jacob Connors is on the bench. He does an excellent job in the pick and roll, but just making better decisions when he's bringing it up will really go a long way to helping this Herd team.
Just back to Bruce Morris for a second. He's really become an outstanding basketball official down through the years. And here is the shot good by Meyer.
I sort of feel like that's an oxymoron, excellent official. I haven't met too many of those in my time. And that's not going to make Coach Dan too happy. That's 2 or 3 sloppy possessions in a row. You're turning the ball over. You push the lead up to 23, 25 points. Instead of, putting your foot on their throat, you start to get sloppy, and now they're on a 4-0 run within years. It might be tough early on, but by the time they're ending their sophomore year, going into junior, senior year, they'll be battle tested, they'll be hardened, and they'll be 2 of the better players in the Sun Belt if they're able to keep them there.
Wyatt Fricks, and Fricks was fouled.
Instead, Wyatt's going to get 3 points at the line just because he hit him on the hand.
Fricks. Fricks will get one more, Tony.
That's good advice by Coach Dan. He's over there yelling, just shoot it. He can see Wyatt's at the line. He's sort of in his head, thinking about it too much, trying to aim it. As good a shooter as Wyatt is, just go out there and shoot the ball. Don't think about it. And he was able to do that on that last one and at least salvage 1 point out of those 3 attempts.
20-point cushion here for Marshall. Sanders.
That's a good job of Wyatt, forcing the catch out off the block. Just get the big guy out a little bit farther, and that time he wasn't able to do it, and that's the result. So there was an excellent possession that coach is going to be able to show his big guys in film, like, hey, when we're guarding these guys inside, we have to force them to catch it, sort of 10, 15 feet out, make them a little more uncomfortable, because when you don't, that's what happens. Those big guys will bury you inside and get it easy too.
Ojiako now has 13 in the game. Meyer is the leading scorer for Coastal with 15.
And you see Coastals went to a little zone the last couple possessions. Just Coach Moss is just looking for.
John Sanders, the native of Detroit. Penetrating on the baseline and scoring is Blackman. That's Blackman's first field goal of the game. He had a free throw in the first half of action. He averages 11 a game, coming off a performance where he had 14 off the bench.
And don't look now, Mark, it's a 16-point game. Just 2 minutes ago, it was up to 23. So Coastal's showing some life, and they're not quitting, but Obina knocking down that three is not going to help their cause.
Second three-pointer of the game for Obina and Achille Killen. And Meyer, his nice game continues. He now has 17. And Achille Killen. Nutter, nice job with Nutter. Put together here in Huntington. In a stretch this season where he scored in 5 straight games. And a nice game against Kentucky there at Rupp Arena in a losing cause.
And the box score is not going to tell.
Not only team high, but game high scoring honors at the moment. And Achille Killen with 23, so these two have had outstanding performances here. Late Saturday afternoon showdown, part of a doubleheader here at the Cam Henderson
break, and I'm all sorts of fired up. They got me excited.
John Sanders at the line, and
there he was able to just sort of get off to Obina's hip a little bit. Obina hip checked him. He was able to get 2 free throws, and unfortunately for Coastal, he's only able to make 1 and cut the lead to 16. It looks like Coastals went to a box and 1. You'll notice they've got one guy over there guarding Kevon. Boyle's in the corner, and the other 4 in just a little box zone. You don't
hit with the foul. 14 fouls on Coastal, 5 on Marshall. Bina and a Chile killing now with 26 in the game.
And you'll notice a couple of the guys that possession for Coastal were still playing box and one. The other two were playing man-to-man. So what it resulted in was Obina able to sneak to the top and get a wide open three. And that was just a breakdown of communication on Coastal Carolina's part.
And a Chile killing matching his high of 26. It came against South Alabama, scored 25 against Toledo. Blackman driving and trying to bat it around and keep.
If you look at the stat sheet, Obina's got 26 points on only 15 shots. Kevon's got 23 points on only 14 shots. So those guys are being efficient with their opportunities and knocking shots down.
Nutter's three-point attempt rattles out of there. Jacob Meyer will go in, and I believe he's going to be fouled.
See another freshman who has no problem with his confidence in Jacoby Myers driving and get 2 free throws.
Jacob Meyer at the line.
If you're Coach D'Antoni, what you want to see over these next 5 minutes is just some good offense. You hope your regular guys can push this lead out a little bit and then go to a little bit deeper in your bench the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. That's twofold, because one, that rewards your guys who are practicing hard, but two, get your starters and the regulars some minutes on the bench. You're getting ready to go on a 5-game road trip, or a lot of road games here and pretty quickly. So get your guys some rest and let everybody start feeling good about leaving the Henderson Center and everybody get a little bit of playing time tonight.
Nice passing by the Herd, and Martin finishes it off.
If you're Coastal, you need to get a little bit more ball movement. Marshall's just able to sort of sit around and set their defense behind everybody, because Coastal's, one, is not attacking off the bounce, and two, they're not in a better position than what you caught it.
Blackman at the free throw line.
I know Obina's over on the bench saying the only person going to keep me from getting a new career high is Coach D'Antoni.
72-53. Blackman now has 4 in the game. Nutter darts to the hoop, cut off. Nutter, three-pointer, got it!
And there we go, Mark. That's the one he needed to see. He started this game. He's been much more aggressive shooting the ball. He still has some shots he's passed up. I believe that's 3 or 4 threes that he's gotten up this game. And that's what he needs to do, because when you start passing up good looks, you may never get another one. And he's been passing up good looks, but as that confidence grows, he'll start to knock shots down and he'll become a much bigger piece of this offense.
It's his second three-pointer here in his freshman season with the Herd. And then on the other end, Blackman. Boy, had a tough miss.
There's number 3, Mark. Oh. You almost root for the young guy just because you could tell he sort of struggled with his confidence on the offense, and he's a kid that does everything else right. So if he starts adding the offense to that, he could be a really good player here for the Herd and be a big piece going down the stretch.
Really nice young man. Marshall comes out there with it. Sharinitz to Fricks. And now this game here on Marshall's going to be on the road a lot. 5 of its last 7 away from the Cam Henderson Center. Meanwhile, Coastal will be at home for 4.
Yeah, and Marshall has a brutal schedule down the stretch. You mentioned 5 of 7 on the road. The only 2 they have at home are JMU and App State, who are, probably the best 2 teams in the league. So Marshall needed this win today, get feeling good going back out on the road, because it's getting ready to be a tough stretch, and it's going to either make or break this season, these last 7 games.
Ojiako scoring. He now has 15 in the game, and a foul going to be called as short, and has been a nice addition here to the Thundering Herd program this season. Surpassed his high here at Marshall. Again, he did have a 27-point performance against South Carolina State when he was at Maryland Eastern Shore. He had a whistle there on the miss. Marco Sharinitz guilty of the foul. And that will be 2 on Sharinitz, and that will put John Ojiako, graduate student in out of Virginia Tech and George Mason.
And Ojiako's played a really good game here today for Coastal Carolina. He's got 16 points. He's got 9 rebounds, so he's 1 rebound shy of a double-double. You know, he's done all he can to try to keep Coastal Carolina in this game.
78-56.
Coastal Carolina's dropped into the 2-3 zone again just to try to slow Marshall down. And that's the shot Marco's got to shoot. He made his last one in the first half. He caught it there wide open, sort of just pump fake himself out of a shot. But when you've got Kevon Boyles playing the way Kevon Boyles is playing, I guess it's never a bad decision to give it to him and let him bail the offense out.
Right as the shot clock was expiring, Boyles puts it in. Here is Blackman drilling from the outside. His first 3 of the game and his 36th of the season. Makes it 80-59. Boyles looked good from our angle, didn't it?
Yeah, it came off his hand, you know, looking good, but that's about the only thing he's done wrong tonight was that shot. So Coach Antoni, you know, has to be happy with the effort he's put in. He's starting to really find himself in this system and in this offense, and like we mentioned, that's a good time for it because these next 7 games are going to be extremely tough, and Marshall's going to need somebody to lead the way, you know, on the scoring front. See, that replay shows the sort of the adjustment Marshall's made this game as compared to Old Dominion. There you saw the guard dribbling, you know, get by his man, but you saw Marco right there in the gap ready for him. And Marshall's done an excellent job of sort of having their weak side defenders plug the gaps. That way, even if you do get beat off the bounce.
He did that against the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Conference USA play. It's his first free throw.
Possession being in the gap, making sure he leveled out that dribbler and ended up forcing a turnover. And very next offense possession, he gets the ball and is able to get fouled and at least get 1 free throw out of it.
Again, for a while, playing time was hard to come by for Sharinitz, but he's been appearing in more games as of late, and that's just a sign of what you do in practice, right?
No, he continued to practice hard. He didn't get his head down. You know, if he would have been upset about not playing and, you know, pouted and not practiced hard, he never would have got back in the rotation. But here, these last 5 games, he's appeared in all of them. He's got some solid time in a couple of them. So he's kept playing hard, done what he's supposed to do, and he's got back in the rotation.
Rifles up the 3 there that wouldn't go through. And here is a shot that goes through for Kevin Easley.
And Easley's found his offense here in the second half. He's up to 7 points. I believe he's got 5 of those in the second half. So he's a guy that's kept playing hard. And, you know, you got to give Coastal credit. This game got to 25. They never gave up. They never laid down. They've kept playing hard, and they've kept making little runs. They've never been able to get over the hump, but they've knocked it down to 16 or 18 a couple of times.
And here is Sharinitz. Little kiss to the crowd. Second 3 of the game for Marco Sharinitz. Now has 4 for the season.
And that's good to see. I mentioned in the first half he finally made one. He had missed 8 in a row before that. There, he found it again. The ball found him again. He knocked it in. So there's 2 for 4 this game. So he's shooting the ball well, and that's a good sign for the Herd because if he can add a couple threes a game off the bench, just give them a little something while their starters rest, that bodes well for, you know, these last 7 games. 13
3-pointers in the game for Marshall. Here's a steal by Jacob Meyer, and Fricks comes in. Fricks is 6'9".
I'll tell you what, I know I played at Marshall.
Against Duquesne, Meyer. I was really looking forward to watching this young man play, and He's been impressive.
No, he's not disappointed. There's his 20th point on the night. That's what he did. That's what the mark he reached at JMU last game. So he's really found himself as the conference has sort of started to unwind in conference play. He's only averaging 13.5 for the year, but I think it's about 16 in the conference play. So he's a confident young man, and he's still playing hard, and he's got some game to him.
And Chili Killen has 28, easily blasting to the basket and scoring. And easily now with 9. Here's Voiles with a big step, and Chili Killen with the rebound. He'll do it again, and he gets fouled by Easley. All right, it's now an 86-65 game because a Coastal bucket that had been.
And I'm sure Easley's upset about that because he thought he had him a 3, and now he's lost a point off his individual tally, and Coastal's lost one as a team.
And a Chili Killen. How about that, Odd Elmore? Up to 30.
He's had a great game. He's been efficient. You know, he's played well defensively. He's rebounded the ball. You know, it's nice to see young men who come in and work hard, you know, get better and see them start to achieve a lot of success here at Marshall.
Big time dunk there by Ojiako.
And that gives him 18 and 10 for the game himself. So him and Obina have been matched up a lot this game. Both guys have had excellent games. And there's Cam Clotter. You're out of the rotation. You get in there, you want to show what you can do. But sometimes, you know, that's a bad thing. And he tried to go up a little bit too quick, realized he was out of position, tried to put the ball back down. Unfortunately for him, got travel. And there's Ojiako again. He's a big guy. He's a good athlete. He's a very solid 5-man for Coastal Carolina.
He and Jacob Meyer, team high honors, each with 20 now.
And sadly, if you're Coastal Carolina, those are the only 2 guys who've really contributed much this game. They each have 20. They've got 40 of the 69 total points. Those 2 guys showed up. They just didn't have the rest anybody to go with them tonight.
Royals missing from the corner. Abraham is back into the game for Coastal and fires the pass there to Meyer, who drives. And then Meyer, Ojiako had a shot, and Meyer at the free throw line in the game here tonight. Now 5 of 7.
And Tony, he knows both Voiles and Obina had career highs, so he let them sub in one at a time just so the crowd could acknowledge the great work that both young men have been doing. So that was a good move by Coach D'Antoni to get his players some recognition right there before checking out.
Meyer now with 22 and ahead of the pack and slamming it through is Easley. So Easley's at 10, and here is Goran Miladinovich whipping around. Nutter fires. Meyer out of there with it. And we're going to have a charge called against Coastal Carolina.
And as I mentioned earlier, Ryan Nutter's impact isn't seen in the box score. Like that possession, he stopped a 3-on-1 break by taking a charge. He does those little things. He's such a tough player, great defensively, moves the ball and offensively. If he starts getting his shot a little bit better where he's knocking down open shots and he's getting in the rhythm of the offense, he could be a really good piece down the stretch. And this is good to see. Marshall's able to go deep to the sort of the guys on the bench and let them get a little bit of action here. They practice hard. They give these other guys good looks during practice, so now they're getting rewarded by getting in the game.
Creighton Thieneman in for Marshall, number 13. Older brother Christian played here for the Thundering Herd. And Anna Chili Killen, 30 before fouling out, and Voiles has 2 in the game. Stoffel puts the second one through. Shot on its way, and there you go for Creighton. Tiedemann, that's his first field goal of his career. Had a couple of free throws earlier this season.
And it's good to see that. He works hard. He's a great kid. You know, he contributes to this Marshall program in ways that the fans don't always see on game day and during the game. But, you know, he's excited to have that, and, you know, that's good to see.
Time winding down. Dan D'Antoni, he started his career Socastee High School in Myrtle Beach. And this afternoon, entertaining Coastal Carolina from